So today we have with us Bhavvika Sharma. She is now in third year NID Ahmedabad, uh, doing the majors in interior design and interior and furniture, I guess, right? Interior and furniture. So she has, um, what was your rank in NID when you went?
32.
32. So she did her foundation program, and after doing the foundation program, she opted for interior design. I'm sure there must be an idea behind choosing interior design. We'll be discussing that as well. So, Bhavika, first question with you: how is the journey so far in NID, and what is the learning outcome? Now you have 2 years more left in the college, and what is your expectation in the next 2 years?
So far, foundation was a very starting with an ID. First course is the foundation course. It is very work extensive, but it is also fundamentally very important because it is much more about what is design. The question in our head, the college does the job for you. It kind of helps you define design. By the end of the foundation course, you kind of have a better clarity uh, how to see design, how to say define design. So it is much more about holistic view over design. Um, Foundation was very much needed because now that I've come to completed my second year in FID, um, I use a lot of what I've learned from foundation because it was much more about um, sensitivity towards aesthetics, geometry, research, how I see perceptions, environment around me. So this a lot of things kind of play a part in foundation, which is much definitely used in my second course, my second discipline. Sorry. So that way, I feel like I can just define design better. I can see how um, to describe things in that way. Just a little more sensitive towards how to translate and
So,
create.
I'm sure when you have entered into an ID, you had an amazing sketches. I have shown them couple of times, and you will also show in your presentation. So when you entered into design, NID का मतलब आपके लिए कुछ और होगा. अब जब आप NID के सेकंड ईयर में हो तो आपके लिए डिजाइन और करियर का मतलब कुछ और है. तो आप किस एक्सपेक्टेशन से आए थे, और या फिर एल से किस एक्सपेक्टेशन से स्टूडेंट घुसते हैं और क्या इवेंचुअली होता है और वो क्या सीखते हैं. तो वो जर्नी 2-3 सेंटेंसेस में जरूर से बताओ दैट विद व्हाट एक्सपेक्टेशन यू हैव एंटर्ड, डिड इट मैच विद द सेम, डिड यू मैच द सेम एक्सपेक्टेशन. ऑफ कोर्स आई एम श्योर, बट अब क्या क्या आपकी और एक्सपेक्टेशन है कॉलेज से.
Expectations, starting where it was much more about I'm entering a college which is solely about design, which is definitely not the same as the other colleges around us. So the routine, the the zeal to work, everything was very different. Um, Expectations wise, when it comes to my for my rest 2 years, I think how I can put myself out in the market. Now it is much more about it is a little like last two courses years are much more serious about how I can represent myself. So as a designer, now I'll be working a little more towards how I voice my own designs. तो उस चीज के लिए आप ज्यादा काम करने लग जाओगे. You become better over. You kind of select who I am. You discover. So उस चीज के लिए college kind of helps us a lot in the next 2 years. So expectations wise was this only कि how I can represent myself as designer. And college आपको exposure भी बहुत देता है कि what is going around you. uh, College will send you for so many design visits. So उससे पता चलता है कि what is happening around you, so you can be a part of that community.
Before we go to other questions, I really want them to see what you have done in the last 2 years and before that also. So they will get a fair idea about, I mean, see, we judge a student and we evaluate the type of student through the work they are doing and the work they have done. So the work define the character better. So yes, you can share your screen. So should I share the screen or you are sharing the screen?
So denied आ रहा है access.
No, no. You have the.
You, um, I'll just see.
I'll share the screen, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah,
just then,
these are few of the works that I used to do before joining NID. Next one, next slide.
very interesting. But what is this?
This is watercolor on paper. This is all paperwork.
Hmm. So I will say that your style is very unique, and your work before entering into an ID was also very realistic and very observation based. So uh, I mean, a generic question and nothing to do with your work or uh, I mean, क्या एक डिजाइन स्कूल में आपका एक अपना इंडिविजुअल स्टाइल होना एक प्लस पॉइंट होता है? Like I see that your work has an individual style. So is it a plus point? And does the teacher gives you more credit and more encouragement if you have your own style?
Definitely, because um, foundation is like 125 of us.
Hmm.
और उसमें से if I have a way of describing my ideas अपने आप में, like the way I want to, so it kind of does help you a lot because you outshine. Of course, outshining helps. So उस way में, and then for your own clarity also you kind of know. आप इतने भटकते नहीं हो उधर उधर कि मेरे को किसका करना है क्या करना है. So you just kind of keep growing. आप उसको और refine करते जाते हो. So it helps अपने लिए खुद.
And you love character design, I guess. I mean, I have seen since past. So now you are doing interior design. Of course, character designing is not the part. So how you are pursuing your passion of designing so many characters? Since I know you since last 4 years now, and you have a very unique hand in having all kind of character faces. तो अभी भी करते हुए आप छोड़ दिए करना.
नहीं वो कर वो इससे पहले वाले जो थे that I keep doing, but that is for myself. मेरा उससे पहले था like I was confused between animation और furniture design, but I wanted to do furniture and
Uh,
interior. So
Before I move ahead, I also want to ask one question that which all mediums you think that one should know before entering into college? Like before that, most of them are very pro with sketch pencil, with pencil colors. So what all mediums you feel that one should learn? I mean, not for the examination, but before starting the college.
I think command on pencil is very much needed for the starting. After that, then you can find yourself what I used to use micron pens, that I used to refine my sketching after pencil work. It
Hmm.
helps me. And then color wise, whichever feels comfortable, which is quick for you. These are the ones that I used to do. जो आप मेरे को questions
Exam,
देते थे. Yeah.
before the exam. So
Yeah. This is when I've kind of tried to find my own, like my style.
yes, I remember that you had the your pro was that your work used to be extremely neat, and I still feel that even now your work is extremely neat. You don't do double lines, triple lines, you just do one stroke and your work is out. So I think that is something which played a very important role in your NID final exam also, right?
Mm.
What is this?
This was the debate over hijab.
Okay,
So
okay,
that was just me sketching because I was kind of a part of the debate. So I was trying to.
okay. Nice. So this is done with watercolor, right?
All watercolor. No, this is watercolor pencils,
Achha, watercolor
not
pencil,
watercolor
and
pencil.
then you have used the this is pencil, and then you have used brush to depict
हाँ.
idea. How important is to be a storyteller in a design college? Because I
So it
think
is very important.
so.
Narrative building is very much important. How to describe is what is really required in NID. Whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm like, for example, the third photo, this one, yes, this is the course environmental perception. Here comes the observation skills, because
Hmm.
it was like a, we used to go like around 9 to 12. We are there. This is we used to, this was a village study basically.
हाँ.
So village study में वहाँ पे जाना, आपको 9 to 12 वहाँ पे रहना है. You need to talk to people. You don't have much time to sit over there and work. So yes, you have phones, but then phone was our limitation. Like they just said कि phone नहीं use करोगे आप. तो वहाँ पे बैठ के हम जितना क्विक स्केच कर सकते हैं, एंड देन व्हेन यू कम बैक टू योर प्लेस, द अकोमोडेशन दैट वी वर स्टेइंग एट, वहाँ पे यू रिफाइन इट बेटर, एंड थ्रू योर मेमोरी you refine it to a way like I remember the face was something like this, the cow looked like this. So observation skills is really really important, and this is how story building came.
Hmm.
It becomes easier for you, और इसी के थ्रू आपके लिए फिर easy होता है कि um, even if I'm thinking something in my head, that is also something storytelling only. So मैं उसको communicate कर सकती हूँ through my sketching, so that will be wonderful. So
Do
having a
you think
command
that
or
your sketching skill will be ever replaced by computer sketches, or
no.
will always remain the most important thing for a designer?
No, sketching is definitely, having a command on your pencil or your pen is very, very important. Because even if you want to deal with AI later on, उसको भी आपको sketch बना के देना पड़ेगा to refine it into something. तो अगर आप भी कुछ नहीं बना पाओगे तो AI भी कहीं ना कहीं point पे confuse होगा कि चाहते क्या हो.
So, I mean, of course, I know that your observation skill was extremely important. Your line was extremely smooth, and whatever work you used to do, you were very particular about your views, point of views. So, any suggestion for the students who are going to the college now, or maybe going in next to next year, that what all they should be? I mean, see, first of all, they are very much scared about the output. How 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 to get a command on the thing that they should not care about the output for now, and they should care about the, like, in whatever medium, in whatever way they can put their ideas on the sheet is fine. I mean, I need you to tell them that how to improve that, because of course when they will see this work they will say ये तो मुझे आता नहीं है, और भाभी का ये तो आप एक दिन में सीखे नहीं हो. ऑफ कोर्स ये आपके ऑब्जर्वेशन से हुआ, तो अभी किस तरीके से वो इस पॉइंट तक पहुंचे?
फाउंडेशन ऑल्सो यहाँ पे बहुत हेल्प करता ही करता है, बिकॉज whatever we are preparing for NID also, it is
Hmm.
kind of the same. To even if the questions were you making something like you need to describe a step, for example, that process, whatever we used to have, how to make a tea, that question is also something like it's a storytelling only. So either be your sketching is very much needed,
Hmm.
like how to communicate. So before, um how to get on the views is basically how interestingly you can just like portray something. Like maybe I can be the person inside that house that I'm making. That is, we had to show the storage system. I wanted to capture everything that, no, the above, upar wala, on the board.
हाँ.
That is all the storage system that these guys used to have. This is all Gujarati system of storing their chawal, atta, everything, yearly storage. So to capture everything, that is, as a person, as a uh, to have a much better perception, तो उन शीट पे आप कैसे ला सकते हो उसका, you kind of need to, you know, like I can't explain this because इंटरेस्टिंगली आप किस वे में इसको आप दिखा सकते हो बेसिकली. मतलब आपको काइंड ऑफ पता चलने लग जाता है. आई कुड हैव शोन वन सिंगल स्टोरेज आल्सो, बट आई वांटेड टू शो एवरीथिंग टुगेदर, and how a depth relationship, size relationship is also working. So that is all, it comes to you अपने आप when you sketch a lot. Sketch करते जाओ, it kind of helps also then also.
जब कॉलेज में जाते हैं तो एक दिन में मैक्सिमम आपने एक दिन में कितने स्केचेस किए हैं?
Then foundation तो पूरा ही sketching है, every day is sketching, 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 sketching. every day. No day goes by without sketching.
And now when I give them 2 works a day or maybe 1 work a day, they say that I'm busy in my school.
Oh, these sheets, though, the middle one, this is all geometry. We used to make 5 sheets or 6 sheets in one day,
That I know.
with or without scale. The other one, that was the first course that the left one. That is the first course. All pencil shading, everything was taught, and this was 5 sheets again one day. So when I say it's a work extensive course,
It is extremely
foundation.
work extensive, but extremely work extensive course, of course.
Mhm.
Now this is material.
This is it found Yeah, this is material exploration. So in foundation you will also learn that it is not just about sketching. It also comes to if you are better with materials. So you explore clay, you explore wood, you explore metal. I didn't put metal ka photos because I didn't have them. But then apart from sketching, only break we get uh, from sketching is this material exploration. And this is
So
also a very 2 week ka course. फिर उसके बाद फिर से sketching.
it is very important to have command on materials, but yes, not required before going to college. They're going to teach you everything with a very good infrastructure, of course. So now semester 3 is the time when you have to decide which course you want to go for. What was the point that, and how did you figure it out that I am good in interiors and I should go for interiors and not other programs? You were good in character design. You might be doing animation also. You could have done any other program, but why interior design? And what was the point you realized that interior is the course for you?
In college or in general also, design is divided into two aspects. One is industrial design or the other is visual communication.
Hmm.
Now industrial is much more about hands-on work. You need to be on your toes. You're not just only digitally concentrated. Visual communication pura digital work hai. Yeah, even if you're sketching, apart from that you need to sketch on your screens also, and
Hmm.
then you work towards it. I just had a feeling कि मैं उतना वो नहीं कर पाऊंगी, because my work was much more about, if I'm sketching I want to sketch just on paper, if I'm painting I want to paint. I used to deal with resin. I used to make something or the other with wood. So for me, my inner calling was there, because largely, mainly I wanted to work with furniture and interior, and I
Hmm.
would get to do in future. Um, so animation or in furniture के बीच में मेरे लिए it was just easy that way.
Okay. And in furniture or in interiors, what do you want to do after college? I mean, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to open up your own studio, or you want to get into luxury interiors. I'm sure we will be again consulting it, but क्या करना है आपको?
After FID, पहले तो I need to work much more about on interiors. पहले तो I have a course
Hmm.
I need, because furniture and interior design in NID is much more about furniture.
Hmm.
I want to work furthermore on interiors, and after that, I'll decide if I want to start my luxury end or I want to make a mass production chair. Like IKEA, for example, that's a mass production. So, how to make a smart chair, fast fashion chair, or something like this is the cabinet I made. So we kind of work. This was my first semester graduate design project we have. So that is the 6 week course every semester, and every discipline has.
Hmm.
So in that time, we need to work on something bigger. And then whatever we have learned in our semester, all the courses apply in this one course.
Okay. So this
So
follows the complete design process, which includes what all?
um, we learned starting, this was the starting. So ergonomics was very much important. Ergonomics, dimensions, scale को पढ़ना आना चाहिए. The inch tape, we are always walking around with inch tapes. So वो उसको पढ़ना. Again, to design flaws निकालना. There was a lot of courses like that around that only, divided into. And then we also have SLAs. SLAs, it is just 1 week ka course where just we are just much more aware about what is happening in around us.
Okay. So,
These are the drawings. This is the software design that we need to make.
so
इससे पहले ये
software,
बनती नहीं तो हम काम नहीं शुरू कर सकते.
So which software you have used?
This is AutoCAD.
AutoCAD. So AutoCAD is extremely important for both interiors and furniture, right?
Hmm.
So
AutoCAD is not just for FID. Even if you want product design, it is important. You need to do.
yes,
Even if you want to go for exhibition design, it is important.
yes, of
Only
course.
for animation or graphic design, you don't
AutoCAD
need.
is important.
Hmm.
So a student with no maths background, a student with no science background can easily do it, right?
I didn't have. I was a humanities kid.
So yes, and yes,
This is the process that we used to work. So in workshop, we work, and then there's kakas with us. Unke bina also we can't work.
yes, in all the colleges, uh, the the support staff plays the most important role in the like I did textile design, so I remember of course, all the faculties are someone who are very uh, great in their own field, but the lab technicians are the most important people of your life for those 4 years who have the keys of the labs.
Yeah, they are the family now. Unke साथ रोज we have chai.
So so which material you love the most to work with?
Wood
Wood.
any day.
So a lot of kids ask me that if I'll be a furniture designer, how important is to actually know how to make a furniture. So Bhavika, if I give you a task to make a furniture, so you can execute it from the idea to execution, everything on your own.
Hmm.
That is the most important thing of a designer. So
Hmm.
there are a couple of programs. I see a lot of students who are doing management program, that is the fashion management, design management. But yes, in design, the type of skill you learn is outstanding. So this is very important. A product designer who can make a furniture are unique. Everyone cannot make a furniture. That's make you unique, and definitely AI cannot replace someone who can make a furniture.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you must have made a life size for furnitures also, which are completely working.
Yeah, the cabinet is working. It is supposed to be. It was a crockery holder. Basically,
Okay.
it's a crockery storage. This was how I was working, wood by wood, layer by layer. I was working. Then you do layering. Sorry, finishing.
So
You
you
study
did,
color also. Color is very important.
okay. So you did all on your own.
Sorry.
You did all this on your own, of course, with
हाँ
the help
मतलब like
of.
with the help, but then apart from that, yes.
Okay, that is outstanding. So, and I'm sure in the third year you must be doing some more extraordinary projects. This must be the third semester basic
This
work.
is just like basic work. In my fourth semester, we the next slide. That was the. I'll show this one later. Next slide. This is the sketches that we need to go on. These are the small models first we need to make if they'll stand the weight. So we do. We put a sack of mitti in it
Okay.
और गीली मिट्टी and उसको आप ऐसे रखोगे इसके ऊपर, then you need to check if the load is taken by the model. If only the model takes it, then you go for the main prototype. So this is again my chair process. This is just in this semester, the last semester I made this
Okay.
one. This is oh, this was there were videos, but then this was all the cane work I did, and then the chair.
Outstanding. And this was
Yes.
your jury. So
Yeah.
are there other pictures in this drive also?
Yeah, it's not for the chair. It is another row. I don't know if it's gonna open.
Oh,
It
I
doesn't.
don't think that is yet. That's
I'll send you.
fine. I'll show you after something. Okay. So Bhavika, so in the interior design, of course, there are many colleges who have the interior design and they are doing completely interior. How NID interior and furniture is different from the other interior architecture programs, which is in CEPT, which is in UID, which is in other colleges. And how do you feel that you will be a different designer than those one who will be just doing interiors?
First of all, so as a student, we also have that question mark. How will we do? But then when it comes to NID, the workshop, the equipment we have,
Hmm.
it is a rare sight for other colleges to have. Machinery, the people helping us to work there, and the kind of exposure and the freedom, and also the material we have. Um, it's rare because we have a lot of wood, we have a lot of materials over there available for us. So one thing that is very important, because without workshop you can't make something. In
Hmm.
other institutes, what we have heard, that people go in order to make a chair, you need to go somewhere out to give some, like, to have all wood pieces together, you're going to buy wood. But in ID आपके पास यहीं पर ही है सब कुछ. आप reimburse करवाते हो, but then reimburse is much more if you don't have something that you wanted.
Hmm.
But generally we do. Uh, that way, at least I feel like, yeah, I know how to make something already at such a young age. I know what all the joinery it takes to build a strong chair. Other colleges, when I compare it to, first
So,
of all, is the workshop only where you
Knowledge,
have.
I'm comparing with the course, only interior, and you are doing interior and furniture. So
Mm,
interior furniture is a very unique course, and I what work I can figure it out that you have done furniture. So it
mm,
will be furniture you will be doing, or you will be also be introduced with interiors now.
yeah. Interiors we've already done. We are doing it simultaneously, साथ साथ. Uh, we've gone to places where we've taken dimensions of the entire floor, and we are making furniture layout, tiling layout, electrical plans, everything else. That I was also shocked. I thought ki I won't have that exposure, but luckily my batch got that, and from our batches, definitely the other batches will also get, because an ID also kind of takes feedback from us if you like this course. So that way, so interiors simultaneously we're working. I'm getting that exposure. I, at least at this young age again, I know how to uh, on AutoCAD uh, at least show what my space layout is. So
So now
interiors
you
and
want to
furniture.
go for now you want to go for only interiors, or you want to get into furniture, and the
I think
interior.
I'll take both of them, but then right now I need to go in depth about interiors, and then furniture, it could be like a side thing for me.
Okay. So in so what I want to ask that now when you will be opting for internship, I'm sure both type of companies will be coming in your college for interiors also and furniture also. Then it is you who will decide that which kind of internship you want to go, or the college will also help you out that okay, you should go for interior internship or you should go for a furniture internship, or it is something that your portfolio says for you.
Portfolio, definitely. Merit also works if I'm really good at something. So then my faculty would, like, at least मेरे को बस बोलेंगे कि आपको इधर जाना चाहिए. But it's obviously my choice. Freedom है. Portfolio also speaks a lot. So if I'm much more inclined towards chairs and furnitures, so then even the company would see that कि आप furniture के बारे में ज़्यादा हो, so we would also love to take you. But if I have both, so I can work, it's my choice that I solely want to work on furniture for a while and leave interiors for that second.
So after your first year, after the foundation year was got over, you did internship or you focused on your skill in those 2 months of vacation, or you just chilled?
नहीं, internship, it kind of depends on the student, because थोड़ा impossible है कि like people are going to take you into something that you want to pursue as design. For example, if I wanted to do product design, मेरे को कोई नहीं लेता after foundation, because I'm not exposed to. I would rather go for somebody else who's exposed to at least 1 year of education. But I think I would recommend people to enhance their skills. I did that only. Um, and then I did small internship where I was working something or the other for people. Some internships has a more of like small projects, like it would make something for you and then you pay me back.
Hmm. Okay. And now I'm sure you will be going for internship. Now it is you are done with second year. So what kind of internship you are doing now, or you are planning to do now?
This this sem break, decided not to go for any internships. I need to work on my 3D modeling a lot. So 3D softwares, there's 4 5 that I need to learn in matter of 2 months. So I'm gonna focus on that because that representation is very much required, and I feel like I'm only lacking in that area. So in this 2 months, I think I have right now. It's not. I won't say that I'm uh, perfectly ready to join a company to work under somebody for making chairs because nobody would rely on my design yet. So abhi thoda,
Important. uh,
हाँ.
know about your reality and work on that. I also
Hmm.
suggest all the student that just don't go after internship. Just don't go after that what you see in the movies like intern, that internship somewhere
Yeah.
in the office having coffee mug in hand. I always say that till third year or till second year, just focus on your core studies. Internship and job will of course follow you. Uh, Bhavika, I'm sure now you're in second, going to third year. A lot of your friends and you maybe must be planning something for you, like going for masters or going for a job or going for research or having 1 year, just giving yourself after the graduation. What are your plans after your 4 years? You want to go for a job and start working in industry, or you want to start something of your own?
Oh, you will be kind of forced to because हमारे जो last semester होता है उसमें we have graduation project. So the last semester is all about graduation project. So you take 1 year off. So you're not supposed to be here in the college. You need to go and work under somebody or for somebody. So usme you kind of get the exposure. There's a lot of people who are working for an ID only, staying back in Ahmedabad and working there. So that at least for 1 good year, I'm busy with working under somebody, getting that exposure. So I won't feel like that I have not entered market yet. So you kind of need to make contacts and then reach out to them.
So I've heard a lot about NIF Delhi, NIF Mumbai, and ID Ahmedabad. A lot of work pressure. Every student is pressurized with work expectations, a lot of critics. I'm sure you must have gone through all of them, but I don't want to discuss about that. But what is the life in the college, the festivals, and what all you people do in the city of Ahmedabad for yourself to gain more experience, exhibitions? What are there for you guys as an experience in the city and college?
We have fests. We are kind of diverse in that way. We celebrate Eid, we celebrate Diwali, we celebrate Holi. Everybody's celebrating everything. There's no barring of festivals like that. No racism, no anything, no religion. कुछ उधर नहीं है. Everybody's everybody. So that way, it's very nice. It's a very small community, and ID is a very small community. So that wise, we have MF is Monsoon Fiesta, which is the biggest. We have at least for good 1 month. We are doing that only. We're engaged. There's sports. There's design competitions only, making huge flags or something or the other. Dance competitions. So
Dandiya, I think everyone learns Dandiya there.
Dandiya is Garba night when it comes to Navratri. So 9 days. Faculty also just kind of doesn't remember teaching. All of us are just there. Dandiya is a huge thing. We go for shopping. Law Garden is there. Good street shopping. वहाँ पे आप अपने घाघरा लो, आपको जो लेना है, just go there. It is much more that वो everyday outfit plans, वो सारा है. Ahmedabad, as a city, if you compare Delhi, थोड़ा शांत है. You won't find that much noise. So it is much more small cafes, but very peaceful city, very clean and
Half of
everything.
the half of the Delhi was there for the Coldplay. I'm sure you must have gone there also.
No. नहीं, I couldn't. But कोई नहीं, वो हमें मिली नहीं ticket.
That's fine.
Yeah,
We were also there for the World Cup final match, though we lost
mm,
it, but then Ahmedabad is now the
yeah.
second capital of the country. I don't know for what reason, but there are so many things happening in Ahmedabad. That Ahmedabad is all.
Stadium and all are there, but then education wise, when it comes to my course, architecturally, it's a hub. There's huge. There's so many buildings, there's so many architectural marvels over here. So for study, it's a city for students basically. It's a safe city, it's a good city because everywhere around you can learn a lot of things.
Very hot city.
Very hot city. Oh, very hot city. And especially if you don't have ACs in hostel.
Oh, don't tell them right now.
No, but it is fine. It is fine. We have coolers, we have everything.
And also, are you planning to go for any kind of international programs in third year, or you will be wholly concentrating in NID Ahmedabad in third year?
So far I've decided not to go, but then if I feel like the college kind of sends NID what we are offering this time. So if I'm really interested in that course, then I might. But then right now, so far I've decided not to go, like throughout my NID journey. But if you have, it is much more about if you have the resources. So then of course you can go. I've learned so far that merit itna bhi kaam nahi karta because it has to, you need to have the resources.
Of course, you
So
have. Yes,
yeah.
I know that there is a selection process. So I personally know at least 5 students who have not got selected, even though they had the resources. So
Exactly.
merit works there, of course. But yes, even if you got through, you need to sponsor your studies,
Mm.
your tour, and
Yeah.
your everything. So of course,
That then the college leaves you on your own. So it is tough on its own. It's a fight on its own. So if you're ready for that, of course you can go. It's a good exposure.
mm,
Lifestyle wise, also education wise, also. I would compare that uh, how India or how our colleges see design. It's far different from how colleges outside India they perceive it very differently. We are much more systematic design. They are much more of how abstractly they can portray design. So that if you want to go for that exposure, then of course.
course, the exposure is, of course, one thing. But the way of methodology of teaching in India is absolutely different. Here,
Mm.
I'm sure you have a class from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And
Six,
what is the minimum attendance required?
eight. We can only take one chutti.
One should you
So
can
it's
only take one
85,
on is
85 to 90.
Monday to Friday. So tomorrow I have a session with Yukti. She is a FIT New York graduating this year. And when you will, I'll also share the link with you. And when you will listen to her, she is in fourth year. So the methodology US and UK follows, the methodology we follow is
It's
absolutely
far different. Mm.
different. There will be a lot of marketing, research, the uh, the complete design process they will be following is different. But yes, in NID or in NIFT or in all the other colleges in India, ISDI, Pearl Academy, what I have seen that we follow the design process, keeping in mind that we are raw and we don't know anything.
Mm.
So after class 12, we have gone to a college where they expect you to be a open book and a blank book where everything has been written by you yourself and with the help of teachers. So
Yeah.
yes, the next question I want to ask is that uh, there is a thing called industrial design, and say NID is a art and design plus industrial, so it caters to all kind of education. So how do you feel a design is different from industrial design, your perspective, not mine?
Industrial design. I say like I didn't get you this way, no?
So so your program of interior design falls under interior industrial design, or it is a art and design program
No, no, it is interior. This NID just has industrial design or visual communication.
or visual communication? So your program falls under
Industrial design.
industrial design. So how much is the research part of your program? कितना research करना होता है और कितना design में focus होता है?
Design process is very important. Design process is all about research. I got to my last chair, like my final product, because of there's a what I need to make specific angles, specific curves to in order to make a dining chair. So that is a design process which is very much necessary. Research will always be a part of your design. That is how a better designer you'll be if you're ready to have better research work.
Mm. Now, coming to give some lecture and give some ideas to the students who are giving the exam next year. So all the students who have taken the exam this year, I'm sure now we cannot guide them. They will be going to and joining a college. But all the students will be joining the college next year. How important is to carry a learning diary and what all they can sketch in the learning diary? Because I feel that NID, all the students who have got selected from this year from design circle, like around 32 kids, they have different kind of skill set. Some were good in doodling, some were good in art, some were good in painting. So what all they can do in the learning diary? What all they should observe? And how important is observation and imagination?
Uh, if I think my work could tell in that the EP course that I was talking about, observation skills is very important. So whatever I see around myself, you need to have that in your learning diary. Uh, I have this diary with me. Was just when I started DC. So this was something or the other I used to make. I used to go. This is all not my style anymore. Even I see that progress. This is not how I used to sketch. Like I sketch now. But this is something or the other. छोटा चीज जो सामने पड़ा हुआ है बना दो किसी भी मीडियम से बना दो बॉल पेन है बॉल पेन कर लो this is somebody sitting in front of me this is all very starting that I wanted to
I have your starting work. I can show.
yeah.
This is your
So this
starting
is
work, right?
that glow up glow was there
So the
this
the
is
the good part, I'm sure आपके पास है या नहीं पता नहीं मेरे पास तो है आपका काम.
आपके पास नहीं
So
this is still like after थोड़ा like this is not the starting work exactly
this is not. I mean, like अभी भी your style is same, but yes.
this is my style now
So I mean, I'll still say कि you have got such a good rank because your line was so clean and your storytelling was outstanding. आपकी storytelling. I mean,
I see this is all
एक rear view mirror से एक traffic scene and the bird is looking in the mirror and I mean everything the story in the mirror is visible. वहाँ कोई balloon बेच रहा है. So a lot of storytelling in all your work. That was something which I think we always said that अगर आप एग्जाम में अपना पेपर कंप्लीट कर लोगे तो you will be in NID and you are in NID. This is extremely important. So this is your style. At जिस साल आप गए थे उस साल 5 लोग
this was my starting work
this is your starting work.
this is very
When you went in NID 2023, five more people have gone into NID. So all of them had their different kind of work. Some were very mechanical, some were very artistic. Yours was very neat and yours was full of observation. This is very important. I think that still you are following the same thing and you are having the learning diary still with you. And do you also sketch on iPad or still follow the traditional way of pen and paper?
traditional
Traditional way of pen.
I only sketch my furniture when I need to make a cleaner presentation. So to have that same digital format, I sketch my furniture over there. But when it comes to learning diary, I think human expressions is also very important. Like you can see in my sketches only how I used to make my faces before and now. Cleaner lines, how just a simple line can just depict a nose, also does the job. So you don't need to make chota everything very realistic. That just बहुत सारा बनाते रहोगे so then day by day practice makes you better. So that was of course for me, but then learning diary, what I think, human expressions, human bodies, human postures, and not postures की मतलब मैं वो वाली books पढ़ के देख रही हूँ anatomy books and something like that. Observe people sitting around you, how that कपड़े का fold जैसा fall होता है. If a fat person is sitting, if a very thin person is sitting, how that cloth manipulation would work. Other than that, small objects, sharpener, आना चाहिए कैसे होता है बनाना पता चले एग्जाम में पता चले आता ही नहीं था something very basic should never be like something you're losing points because of something basic you can't remember to make.
Yes, that is important. Or see, in all the colleges we have seen, they are giving questions like proportion, and they give proportion to check your skill of like measuring the thing with your eyes. And in your college, you will be measuring every in all the courses. I'm a textile designer. I used to measure everything. चादर कितना लंबा होगा, पर्दा कितना,
Hmm.
मेजरिंग टेप तो तभी मिलता था जब
Uh-huh.
फाइनल आउटपुट के लिए आ रहे हैं, अदरवाइज तो अपने अंदाज से ही लिखते थे सब कुछ. तो
Hmm.
measurement is very important. It has nothing to do with your science or humanities background. It is something which is instinct based.
Yeah, and if you are very afraid of numbers, like even I was थोड़ा सा scared कि मैंने मैथ्स तो कभी किया नहीं and I'm going for interior design and how do I make all of this stuff? You kind of get better. Is the same way. The process will make it better for you. The more you deal with the scale, the better you get. The more you deal with making something, with sketching something, the better you get. It's the same funda on everything.
Hmm.
So that all of your fears वो kind of college bust कर देता है because there's so many other fears that you face. So,
Chalo, that's nice. So, Bhavika, I think you have shown outstanding works and you are doing very good. And now I am sure I'll be doing a session with you once you are graduated and now in the industry, and to inspire the all the last 4 years students. So you are doing absolutely wonderful, and I hope to see you when you are in Delhi now. So please do meet me whenever you get time. Okay, thank you so much for taking out time at night, and good night, guys. And if you have any kind of question, you can just drop me a message. I'll pass on to the to Bhavika. Thank you so much, Bhavika. Thank you.
thank you.